I've been painting and staining for over 20 years, and when it comes to fences, I've learned what you use matters. For this project, I chose Cabot Siding and Fence, solid color and stain, plus sealer in color new cedar. It's durable, weather-ready protection that seals out moisture and blocks harsh UV rays. As you can see, this fence has seen better days. It has aged horribly. It turned gray because of the UV light and all the weather. But that's okay. We're going to get started by laying down a drop cloth, and I'm going to use a nice purdy brush with good bristles. As you can see, just putting on that first coat makes all the difference. Go ahead and apply a nice liberal amount because you want to get inside the grains of that wood and any imperfections. As you can see, it just starts covering up all of that gray on the fence. It's self-priming and gives me great color that hides flaws and mismatched boards. The fade-resistant finish keeps everything looking sharp season after season. Cold out? No problem. This stuff goes on smooth even at 35 degrees. That's rare. And that's reliable. Love how it looks, and when I get it all on there, I want to make sure that I get a nice even coat and wait for it to dry. So once it's all on, I'm going to let it set up overnight and dry. And when it comes time for cleanup, Cabot's got me covered. Easy to clean through a faucet or a hose, and it comes right off those bristles ready to go. When it comes time for that second coat, it's time to roll it on. I'm going to go ahead and use this purdy roller, and it's going to go great and much faster. I love how it turns out. I can put a nice good coat on that second time, and it just goes up and down super easy. It also gets right inside the grains and fills in any imperfections that I missed. I love using the roller, and the second coat looked even better. I love the matte finish. It really lets the wood texture shine through. And because it's 100% acrylic, I know it's built to last. I can tint it to any of Cabot's 100 colors, and every one of them creates a finish that resists mold, mildew, and algae. What I really like is the rain wash technology. Dirt and dust, they rinse right off when it rains. Or I just hit it with the garden hose and it looks fresh again. Remember what that fence looked like before? Well, here you go. With 2 coats, it absolutely looks amazing. I love how it turned out. Got rid of all that gray. I just don't want my work to last. I want it to look good for a long time. I've used a lot of stains over the years, but this is the one I trust. Cabot Siding and Fence solid color stain and sealer is trusted by pros, made for every home. Thanks to Cabot for sponsoring this video. I have this Cabot stain and know just the project to use it for. I'm going to beautify my front yard to create a functional and aesthetically appealing gathering place for the family. My first step starts with a trip to the local hardware store. Before I begin, I want to make sure I have all the necessary materials and tools ready. I start by cutting the lumber to the desired dimensions for the planter. I'll need panels for the sides, front, back, as well as pieces for the legs that will allow me to make it strong and durable. My trick is to use different sizes of wood to give the planters a really nice visual, something to stand out from regular planters. Once I have all the pieces cut out, I'll assemble the planter boxes using wood glue and brad nails. In less than an hour, the glue is going to dry and make this planter super strong. Once I have the planters assembled, the most important step is to make sure I think long term. Protecting my new project from the sun and weather is important. I start by stirring the Cabot semi-transparent stain and sealer in the new color cedar, but not shaking it. This keeps bubbles from forming and keeps the color uniform throughout the can. I do apply with a brush, but don't worry. It won't show brush marks, but will give me a long-lasting protection that resists fading. One of the best parts is it is a one-coat application. No need for a second or a third coat. Also, its oil-based performance really sets it apart from other stains, while also being available in 100 different colors. I'm also able to give the wood a nice, rich color while protecting the wood from moisture and sunlight. Just look at how even and nice the stain goes on. Once the stain dries in a well-ventilated area, I was amazed at how beautiful they turned out. The way I designed the planters allows me to use different sizes of pots for putting in either flowers or plants. The Cabot stain and sealer really brought out the beauty of the wood and made these planters look outstanding. But I realized I had some leftover stain. That's when I decided to take the project to the next level. What better way to enhance these amazing planters than to find a way to relax and enjoy them up close? I decided to then build a simplistic bench, one that is strong, but also matched the style of the planters. I didn't want to detract from the planters themselves, but made the bench an enhancement. I again applied a nice coat of the Cabot semi-transparent stain and sealer, making sure to use a good quality brush. I then took this new bench I built and secured it to the sides of the planter. Now that my DIY front yard planter bench is complete and looking stunning with the Cabot stain, it's time to imagine the joy it will bring to my family and visitors. I've created not just a planter bench, but a centerpiece for the front yard that will be cherished by the family for years to come. With Cabot long-lasting protection, this bench will last for many years, and maybe long enough not just to watch the kids gather, but someday even grandkids. Thanks to Cabot for sponsoring this video and allowing us to enjoy the tranquility and beauty of our new outdoor oasis.
My deck is looking old and dingy, and the current stain has seen better days. It's in need of a refresh, and this new Cabot Cool Fill stain is the perfect thing to use. After I removed all the furniture from the porch, I put painter's tape all around the sides. Now, the first thing you're going to do is properly prepare the deck, and I used 2 products. It's a Valspar stripper product. You apply it, you let it sit, and then you can use a scrub brush to really scrub that top layer off. And after you do that and you wash it off, the second thing after it has dried is applying an all-in-one wood prep. And what this does is it cleans the surface really well. It takes that wood stripper product off of the porch. And then I let it dry for a few days, and you can see the end result. Now it's time to apply the Cabot Heat Reducing Solid Color Stain Plus Sealer with Cool Fill technology. This stuff offers durable, even color that blocks the UV rays, deflects the sun's heat, and reduces the surface temperature by 20 degrees. I used a Cabot stain pad to apply the Cool Fill to my deck. As you can see, I am applying it with a stain pad. You can also use polyester brushes or professional spray equipment. What you're going to want to do if you're using more than 1 gallon, you're going to want to shake it, stir it, and blend the containers together if you're using more than 1. What I did was I applied a small section at a time, 1 to 3 boards. I started at one edge of the board and I worked to the other end of the board, and I applied it in small sections at a time. Now, because this has been previously stained, I did apply 2 coats. If you're applying this to raw wood or new wood, 1 coat should be fine. As I brushed on the first coat of the Cabot Cool Fill stain to my deck, I couldn't help but see why everyone loves these stains. Cabot just got ranked #1 in customer satisfaction with exterior stains and best in ease of application by J.D. Power. It's no wonder they've been nailing it with top-notch performance and innovative products for over a century. Their stains not only look great, but also last a long time, protecting any wood surfaces outside. Once this deck was good and dry, I started replacing my furniture, and I can't wait to enjoy this porch now. This stain really elevates this space, not to mention the fact that I live in a coastal climate, and this should be a game changer for this porch. Did I mention this stain comes in 3 awesome colors? Well guys, you have 3 options to choose from. Thank you to Cabot for sponsoring this video. I can't wait to enjoy this porch, and I think my dog's gonna love it too.